What we're gonna crack into is Live the Life. Now, this is just supposed to be the normal Be a Pro experience with a little added twist in it, so because it's early release, I'm gonna try to pump this video out before the fucking game comes out, otherwise this is useless. But just to give a little bit of, I don't know, first look, I get this whole game. Sort of did that with a drop-in game earlier, ended with a brilliant line fight that I got way too excited over, so... Maybe the same could be said for this. I know, Dan, that when we were watching this, fucking all these videos, Live the Life was the only thing that really looked interesting or fun, and to be like different. A lot aside from the fucking, you know, the fighting engine, the new Enforcer engine and shit. And you're playing Splinter Cell, so comment on your own.
Enforce the fucking United States government's will.
Yeah, so there you go, there's that. Alright, so... Yeah, I liked a lot more Conviction than I did this one, but, yeah, whatever, it's Splinter Cell.
Yeah, Conviction was much more fire, but this one's getting better. Just the beginning's kind of fucking slow.
Awesome. Alright, so we're gonna click through this fucking Live the Life shit. I want to start in the CHL. Now, you might say, well, you know, being in the CHL is so fucking boring, you have to go through all the ranks. Well, honestly, I would rather be a more... First of all, be a more well-rounded player coming out of the draft, because if you just click enter in the NHL entry draft, you just suck overall, and you're just going to get creamed by a bunch of teams, which is how it should be. It doesn't always work like that, but we're going to play on All-Star. I'll explain that in a minute. Obviously, I'm a goaltender, so I've got to jump down here and switch that, and hybrid is the way to go. Am I 17 in real life? No, I'm 19, but for the sake of this game, let's just call myself 17, because at one point, that was a happy point in my life. Not anymore, it's not!
Yeah, at one point we were actually younger than the fucks that were having, like, real lives. But now
yeah, I know.
We're getting older.
When you used to say, oh yeah, I'm like 1 year younger than Tyler Sagan, and now it's just like, oh.
I'm like 5 years older than fucking, I don't know, somebody really young.
Nathan McKinnon, he got drafted first overall this year, so go ahead and take that.
No, Oh, no, I know what I was thinking of, though. I was thinking that I'm actually older than Manny Machado.
Oh.
Shit.
I like the fucking cross sports references, that was nice.
No, well, he's a really good player, though.
No, I know, it makes me feel older. 20 years old, I might as well start having a midlife crisis now and get it over with.
Oh yeah, we're older than Dougie Hamilton.
Yeah, that's a bunch of shit.
Sucks.
So I chose the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League St. John Sea Dogs. Now, I don't really know why I did this, but went out and bought an authentic fucking jersey of what I wanted myself to be in this game. That's how dedicated I wanted to be to this stupid pile of nonsense. Dan, we've talked about it before. Games that are good games, that have good Be a Pros, they make you feel like you're in the game, you're immersing yourself, and you really want to be that thing to draw you away from your own shitty life. So NHL needs to deliver on that front.
Yeah, and usually it's just kind of dry. I mean, it's fun to play NHL, but it definitely doesn't get too involved.
No, well, getting through the CHL is more fun than actually getting to your team and having to deal with it for 3 years before you can even do anything with it contractually wise.
That's why I only usually play the playoffs of your last year. Whatever.
CHL is fun to go through, just, I think, because you get to learn more players, too. They got the licensing for the teams. I like how this thing jumps me into Superstar to start with. That might not be a big problem. I don't know how fucking difficult it's going to be, so, well, since I said that in the beginning of this game that you get a little option of whether you're going to be, oh yeah, I'm a hardcore kind of player, this is the only shit I play, so let's put it on Superstar, 7-minute period length. I guess that's now the new default. It used to be 6 or something, or maybe 5.
Ah, shit.
I don't know. 7 it is.
Fucking hard.
Let's have
They
authentic
went
draft
old
picks.
school with this bullshit.
Well, you're playing a shitty game. You're playing a shitty game, so whatever.
Fuck. Again, this same fucking guy has killed me twice in a row.
All these options look good. Let's just kind of speed through this. So there's a new feature in this game. Not that this affects goaltenders. It actually might if it's like a starting versus a backup, but be a pro simming penalty. You can turn it on or off. So when you sim, you won't just get demoted automatically to certain lines if you're a skater or if you're a defenseman, certain pairings. So if you're kind of like yourself, Dan, you just don't want to deal with the bullshit. You can just sim through and just be a douche nutter or whatever you want to do.
Oh yeah, that yeah. I wouldn't. I've done that like once. Usually I would just play the games after that. It was hard not to sim through the fucking preseason games.
So you have the fan likability and like all the other ones it's going to go through now. So fans can be filled by answering questions during interview, endorsements, off-ice events, and on-ice performance. So pretty standard there. Relationship with fans of team in the league. Having high fan likability increase your chances of receiving higher endorsements, which I don't know, just to get more likability. I don't really understand the point of it. Your fans will cheer you or may notice some cameras flashing when you touch the puck. Woohoo! Having low fan likability will get you booed by the fans. You may even get run out of town if it's low enough. That's nice. Teammate likability. Having a high teammate likability increases your chances of receiving off-ice events. Teammates like you enough, you can become the captain of your team. Things such as age, overall, and management likability play into a role in determining captaincy, of course. Having low teammate likability will get you less off-ice events. If it's low enough, they might stop passing to you when you call for it. Well, luckily I'm a goaltender, so I'm not going to be calling for the puck anytime soon. Don't give a shit if I'm fucking...
Not to be a captain either.
No, you can't be a captain, so I couldn't... I'm going to take the Roberto Luongo route and just be like, yeah, guys, I suck. You gave me a lot of money, and I suck. But I probably won't get the lot of money part. I'll probably just get the suck part down pretty good. Having high management likability makes it harder for you to be demoted to the minors. Makes it easier to get to the pros. Okay, I guess if you're in the AHL. If management likes you enough, you can become the captain of your team. I already know the fucking thing about age and teammate likability, so fuck it. Having low management likability meter will make it harder for you to progress to the pros and make it easier for you to be demoted to the minors. You might be put on the trade block if you are low enough for management likability. So if I want to be traded, I'll just be a dick to management. Nice to know. Family likability. This was a thing that no one ever talked about. So a high family likability have a positive effect, while a low family likability have a negative effect on attributes. That seems like a fucking cop-out. That's stupid. What if I don't even want to have a family? Fuck kids and shit. I just want to play hockey. Who gives a fuck about what mom and dad think? I'm a fucking NHL player. You can suck my balls if you don't like it. There are 3 types of interviews that you will have to give answers for. Pre-game, which is prior to a game, in case nobody knew that. Post-game, which is after a game. And news. News interviews are based off of events outside of the game. Example, a player signs a contract with your team. Endorsements allow you to get extra cash as well as some cool-looking pictures. Wow. Cool-looking pictures. Be careful, though. Accepting some endorsements... Yeah, real incentive here to get some nice endorsements, although they might have a negative effect on your likability. But what's the point of the money? Is it going to be like The Sims, where I get to buy a house and I can have a miserable life off-ice? Awesome. Off-ice events occur throughout the season. These events put you in the scenario and allow you to choose your own path to that scenario. Each path has its own consequences, so choose carefully. And on-ice performance modifier gives you more leeway to play the jerk on your team. Wow. The better you perform on ice, the more your fans, teammates, management, and your family will be willing to put up with your off-ice antics. Outstanding. I hope to be a dick. Alright, so here are the expectations for my fucking 65 overall goaltender. You need to have a save percentage to be 90% or better. Fine, that's simple. Goals against average of .229 or better, or less, so that's easy. We expect for you to suit up for 56 games. Alright. 7 shutouts, alright. And the team needs you to have 33 wins. That depends on how fucking terrible my team is.
Yeah, that's a lot of wins.
Yeah. So, obviously the tops must have the... Oh, it's a must have as well! And all the other BA pros, once you get down to the bottom, it's more stretch of a statistic, so... Must have. So they're all must have. Is this what Superstar is? If you don't get all these fucking things, you're never gonna make it in the NHL, kid. Fuck you. Awesome. Welcome to NHL 14's BA promo. This is your first step, blah blah blah. This is pretty much the same shit as last year's fucking title screen. Thank you for that. I wanted to welcome you back for another year. Another year. I don't remember ever playing for this team before.
No, you just meant for another year of NHL.
Yeah, I know.
Hockey.
Yeah, that's what I guess.
Don't throw up on yourself.
Same fucking pictures as last time. Some generic guy in a suit and fucking tie.
I'm gonna get shot right here. Rest in peace, Sam Fisher.
A good puck stopper is needed by every team. We expect a lot from you. Well, shit.
You'd fuck your uncle.
Alright, this is the big year. At the end of the season, you'll be eligible for the NHL entry draft. The scouts will really be keeping an eye on you, so make sure that you perform to the best of your abilities. I'll do my best to do my best. Yep.
Oh my god.
I have strong feelings how important goaltending is to a team. Stay sharp and perform well. Thanks for all the vague information. Alright, so... here's the screen. Pretty simple. I don't see any necessary... It's all the same navigation pretty much. Message center is kind of strange. I don't... It's sort of like a Twitter feed for Madden, actually. One of the players on the Bruins trading block is hashtag Smith, which should raise some eyebrows of other teams. Who the fuck is hashtag Smith? Word out of Tampa Bay is that right wing of my 10 St. Louis is being shopped around to other teams. Hashtag Tampa Bay. They can't give them actual, like in Madden when they give fake accounts to real people. The names in this shit is just hockey analyst. Wow, hockey analyst is really on his tweet grind.
Yeah. Hockey analyst.
Yeah.
That's good. God fucking damn it.
Alright, so your pro screen, right? So you got your hockey shop shit, which I got a stick thing unlocked, but I have no boost for it, so pretty much the whole point to this shit, you need to be able to play through so you can unlock some great stuff. I want to know what this says, available voucher inventory. Now, obviously, you get the 3, 5, and... Wait, 3, 5, and 7? Wait, is that right? 7. Wasn't it 8 last year? In NHL 13? You get a +3, a +5, or like a +8 boost slot. Did they nerf that down? Oh, wait, no, they added it.
3...
Oh no,
1, 3,
it was 1,
5.
3, and 5. Okay, so they added a +7, so that's outstanding. So maybe that's why you start out at such a low overall, and I think it was lower than last year's, because you were at a 45 this year. Last year was a 55, I thought, so you get to a 60 to start. I'm a 60 now, but goaltenders are different than skaters. So that's, wow, Jesus Christ. So you could potentially have like, fuck that. So you could have a +15 boost slot in a certain area if you wanted to. Jesus Christ, this game's gonna get so imbalanced so quickly unless they fucking realize that beforehand. Not gonna buy a boost pack just for shits and giggles. Let's see. Oh no, you can't even buy them because the marketplace isn't open in early release, so fuck me. Forget I even showed you that. Can't do Ultimate Team, can't do anything. What I will do, I'm gonna edit the Pro, give myself the good old 29 number because I tried to make it... Oh, good. See, I can't choose my number from here. Of course I can't. Discard. I looked at the rosters before I bought a custom jersey, like a good boy, so I didn't have to deal with any jersey issues. Problem is I don't know where to go for fucking jersey numbers. Where... Jersey numbers, here we go. Yeah, see,
8 heavy.
29 is not taken, so that's why I chose this. Alright, yeah, so the other goaltender was a 50-something, so this guy is not supposed to be good.
Yeah, I don't really know shit about them. Like the last player I actually knew from that team was Huberto.
No, I don't expect any poops to know anything about this. But I was looking at the only teams I wanted to think about doing were this and the Ottawa 67s. The 67s had a couple of goaltenders that were like on the cusp of being NHL ready, so I don't know. You can take this as far as me and go buy a jersey and do research into thinking about where you could actually fit in on a team if you wanted to do this, or you could just pick it up in the NHL. It's really there's no right or wrong way to do this, but I'm just giving you the background to how much depth this pro mode is compared to other crappy BF pro modes. I won't even get into fucking 2K Sports' MLB bullshit. Fucking, 2K baseball, dude. Choose your team and let it rip. So I'm gonna go to player growth real quick. So this is what you start with for goaltenders. You get a little bit of points to spend, not that much. So if I'd already spent a little bit. If you looked at the drop-in game that I did earlier, I had spent a little just balancing out my stats, although angles have gotten up here, so this is a little different. They don't use your online pro settings for this. You get actually a little bit more. You get a little bit more of a leeway room here, if that's going to be the buzz phrase tonight, besides Leotis McKelvin. So
yeah, he had one interception in his career, probably.
Yeah, nothing too special. Dump shit into rebound control because the rebounds are awful in this game, and I'm sure there'll be stuff to bitch about in-game, obviously, because, computers, they have zero reaction. They have 0-second reaction time, which means that they can just react on a fucking dime, whereas my slow brain fucking has to calculate what I have to do, and then fire a neuron that basically makes me move a muscle, which moves a controller, and then this controller fires a signal to the Xbox, which fires a signal to the game, which fires a signal to my player to move around. Yeah, it's a lot more longer than just the AI just flicking its own switch and flicking its own bean. Alright, so we're gonna throw shit into agility, or just 1 point, because that's how fucking terrible athletics are. I forgot how awful this game is, so whatever, continue.
He has 6 career interceptions.
Pointless fucking side chat.
The Blues would win the Stanley Cup.
They're a team you can kind of get behind.
Yeah. Everybody loves Alex Pietrangelo.
So the only other thing I'm going to say before I split this into 2 parts is, it's pretty much the same stuff, but on the right, you can look at your current contract, which I didn't think you can really move around at all. You got your years left, your salary, and endorsement money, and then career earnings, so I believe it's going to be mostly pointless. You can kind of watch that number climb up and just compare your fucking contract's penis to your friend's penises, basically, and that's about it. There's no real point to it.
That's all the whole game is.
So, and then the other thing is you're earning pucks when you do this, and I really don't know if it's because of early access or not, if this is going to be through the game, but if you earn pucks for Hockey Ultimate Team just by playing offline, Ultimate Team is going to be a very easy experience for everybody, so I really don't know if that's the case, but if at the end of this game we get some pucks, definitely going to try to exploit this for as long as possible, because if you're like anyone who's played Hockey Ultimate Team or any other Ultimate Team for any other sport that EA likes to churn out, which is just Madden pretty much, you know that it's going to eventually cost you real life money, just because, oh, I need contracts because this guy's contract's running out and I can't play the game without him, and just shit like that, so start stockpiling that. Other than that, I'm just going to split this video up into 2, so just stick around for part 2 where we actually play a fucking game.
Yeah,